Greetings and welcome to I Hate Mondays, a true crimes podcast. This is episode number 8. And I'm Michael and I'm joined with
Anne-Marie. Welcome to our creepy basement. We've been saying for a while, but we are in a creepy basement.
It's not really creepy. There's just a lot of photography stuff.
Yes. So before we start, I wanted to do a little update on our friend Denis Lortie.
Okay. How's our friend doing?
Well, he's doing good apparently, because I have my friend has 2 friends.
Okay.
It's a good source. It doesn't sound like it, but my friend knows a friend who works with him. Therefore, this guy has a job, and she knows another friend who saw him, and so he has a job. I don't know exactly where. And he also does Santa Claus for kids around Christmas time. I know that it has been hard for him to find a job because of his past, you know. And he really likes kids. And he likes to donate stuff for them.
He likes kids, but if I remember correctly, he was beating up his own child.
Yeah, well, you know.
I'm guessing he must have had some therapy.
I hope so.
And maybe that just helped fix whatever issues he had against his father.
I guess so. I hope for him. But yeah, that's all I know. But he's still alive, for those who were wondering. Still alive and going.
Good luck. Godspeed.
Anywho, so thank you again for everyone for listening. And I want to make a huge shout out to the podcast Sur la piste du crime. I feel like some of you guys come from there because as soon as they mentioned us in their episode 20, if I'm correct, yeah. Like our downloads and listeners spiked up. So I'm hi to you guys, new listeners. We're happy to have you around. Sorry, we're not in French, you know. Michael does not speak French, but I do.
Yo hablo español.
Sí, yo también, solamente un poquito. Mi español es muy malo, como el francés de Michael is...
Kakadu.
For those who didn't understand Spanish, I'm just saying that my español is bad and Michael's French is más o menos. Anywho, enough about languages. So thank you all for listening to us. We're really happy.
Please share with your friends and family. And yeah, do what you do.
Okay, so I think that's all I wanted to say for now. Starting today, episode 8, we've decided that we won't tell our sources in the...
Oh, right away?
Right away. They're just going to be in the description below if you want to check it out. We felt like it slows down the flow.
The pace of the show?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we do have sources. It's just going to be in the description. So feel free to check them out. I think that's all I wanted to say. Okay, Michael, are you ready for this episode?
I am ready.
Okay. Michael, I have to tell you something.
What do you have to tell me?
I think I have an obsession with fire.
You don't say.
For those who listened to episode 6, I did a case involving fire and Christmas. So go check it out if you haven't listened to it yet. But back to fires. I am dating a fire sign.
Right.
This is where you find that I love astrology.
You don't say.
So, of course, I like fire. My moon is also in this fire sign. Like, hello, fire fascinates me. But I'm talking like fireplace fire, you know, candles, bonfire outside for like La Saint-Jean. Not like a crazy environmental crisis fire or like a house fire. That's a hard no. Anyway, I will stop talking about fires, even though I will be talking about fires this whole time. But hey, because you might be wondering, where the hell am I going with that? So let's get to the case, shall we?
Yes, I want to hear more about fires.
Okay. Let me take you back to the early 2000s, to a case that completely shocked the Quebecois people, as the story was a first here.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard about it, but I'm going to talk to you about the story of Mélanie Alix.
I don't know this story.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so I don't have much details about her whole life, but way before the events, so like 12 years before, Mélanie is dating Stéphane Leblanc. Not really important, but he had a criminal record.
Ooh,
And
what did he do?
I have no clue. And that's really, really not important in
In the whole scheme of things?
the whole scheme of things.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing is that Mélanie's father is a detective for la SQ, so la Sûreté du Québec.
So the provincial police.
In Quebec, yeah. Which was my next line. So her parents, and especially her father, doesn't approve of their relationship. So for the first 4 years of the relationship, Stéphane and Mélanie didn't live together. They moved in together after 4 years. And that is when Mélanie's attitude completely changed. She became controlling, and Stéphane says those next 8 years were incredibly difficult. When they split up in 2003, Stéphane left to go live with his dad, and he wasn't seeing his kids. Mélanie was always in the house with the kids.
Oh, so they have kids?
Yeah, they have 2 kids together.
Okay.
Yeah.
A boy and a girl, or boy or girl?
A boy and a girl. The daughter came first, and then a baby boy.
Oh.
Sorry. They had a girl and then a boy.
Right, okay.
Okay. So Mélanie was always in the house with the kids. They wouldn't go out, and she didn't talk to anybody anymore. So he wasn't seeing his kids.
He was just closing them off.
It was not really him. She wouldn't let anybody
come close to the kids?
to her and the kids, yeah.
Okay.
So at some point, Stéphane reached out to the DPJ, which is le Département de la Protection de la Jeunesse, or in English, the Child and Youth Protection Center. So for those who are not from here, let me just tell you what the DPJ is from their information. DPJ receives all reports concerning children who may be in need of protection, evaluate each of these children's situation, and make decisions to ensure their protection, ensures that the interests of these children are safeguarded in accordance with their rights. So basically, they're there to protect children. So Stéphane reached out to them because he was worried about his kids because they wouldn't get out. Like, they were always inside with Mélanie. So the DPJ tried to reach out to Mélanie, but she never answered.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have more details.
There's no detail on why she didn't answer or whatever?
No, but watch out for what happened.
Okay.
We're going straight in it.
Okay.
On May 12, 2003, in Saint-Blaise-sur-le-Richelieu, it's a town located near Saint-Jean-sur-le-Richelieu, so south of Montreal, and it's pretty close to the Quebec and USA border.
Okay.
To give you an idea. There is a fire in the house Mélanie Alix is renting. She doesn't own a house, she's renting a house. She was 28 at the time. Mélanie is standing on the balcony yelling, like for help or whatever. While this is happening, there's the front door neighbor calls 911. He tells dispatch that he can see the flames and that the windows are broken. By chance, in the meantime, the house landlord, the Mélanie Alix's landlord, Grégoire Racine, had an appointment there that day. He sees the fire and he parks his Jeep in order to be able to get into the house. Now, I don't know exactly the specifics. Like, I didn't really understand how he parked his Jeep.
I guess he parked his Jeep further away from the fire?
I guess. Because he kind of gets back to the Jeep after. Anyway, I don't see the scene in my head, but you can kind of get an idea. Anyway, so Mélanie throws him his 3-year-old daughter by the balcony. She was wrapped in blankets and pillows. So Grégoire grabs her and she's fine.
That's the landlord.
That's the landlord. Yeah, Grégoire.
Okay.
But Grégoire knows that Mélanie also has a 1-year-old baby, Mathis Alix Leblanc. So Grégoire gets straight inside the house to save the baby. The house is full of smoke, so he can't see anything. He goes back outside and asks Mélanie where is the baby's bed. She tells him that the room is completely in the back of the house. So he goes back in the house, he finds the baby, and he grabs him. He gets out and gives Mathis to his mom, which is on the balcony. And then he jumps on his Jeep and grabs Mathis again. So I guess like the Jeep was like under the balcony or something. So he could jump up and down.
Okay.
He proceeds to do RCR.
Shit, what is it called in English?
Oh, I'm
CRP?
saying... Oh.
CRP?
CRP?
That doesn't sound right.
CPR.
Yeah, CPR.
Oops. I wrote it in French. He proceeds to do CPR because he thinks he can still save him. Like, from what he said after, he felt like he saw that the baby's eyes were, like, half closed. And apparently a situation like this happened to Grégoire in the past, so he knew exactly what to do. But it was too late. Mélanie and her daughter are transported to the hospital where they both survived. Unlike Mathis, who is also transported to the hospital, obviously.
This is the baby boy?
The baby boy, yeah. Stéphane, the father, gets a call from his father saying he has to go to the hospital. It's urgent. When he gets there, the doctor is above Mathis. He was trying to reanimate him during the last hour.
Reanimate? What do you mean reanimate? Like try to bring him back?
Yeah.
Okay.
For like an hour. But obviously it was too late. So they gave a pill to Stéphane, who fell asleep in a hospital bed. And fun fact-ish, when he woke up, he didn't remember anything, but his pinch had become white. Apparently that's something that can happen when you have a shock. Like your hair, like a goatee, you had the pinch in the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So his pinch became white. Apparently when you have a shock, like your hair can become white all of a sudden. When you go through like really big period of stress, you can get more white hair, apparently. Or like a trauma event.
Is that what's happening to me?
I don't know, man. I think I'm just getting...
I'm just getting old?
Older. I was going to say older, not to be mean. Anyway, 3 days after the fire, on May 15, Mathis' funeral were held. Little Mathis was in a tiny white coffin, and Mélanie was following him, holding a yellow duck plushie with tears on her face, looking devastated, like she was crying. And like, I was 13 at that moment, and I was not too much into the news back then, but I kind of remember seeing those images, and I'll show you the photos later, or the video, but she looks like devastated, and she's holding her little ducky like really close to her heart. So it's just like...
Feel bad.
Yeah.
Poor kid.
Yeah, it's really sad. So she lit a candle for him at the church. But when everybody gets out of the funeral, there are cops' cars in front. And they followed Mélanie, who went to her grandma's house. And Mélanie is arrested by the cops. Because there was a chemist who went on in the house after the fire, and he found 3 fire sources. That's when the detectives had proved that it could be a criminal fire. And there was actually 6 fire sources in the house. Like, at some point, they realized there was 6. On May 16, 2003, Mélanie gets interrogated.
Interrogated?
Interrogated, yeah. Sorry, that's a hard word. Mario Smith is the detective in charge. The interrogation lasted about 6 hours.
Whoa.
Yeah. For Detective Smith, what is important is to be respectful to the person he is questioning, which is not always the case, or maybe more like what we see in movies.
So, Detective Smith,
yes.
That's an English name. Is this an RCMP officer or
no, I think
provincial?
It's a provincial police. It's la SQ.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. But I saw a video of him. He sounds totally Quebecois. We do have Smith here.
Right. Okay.
During that interrogation, Mélanie says, and it's also something she said to the media, because this case, it was super mediatized back then when it happened.
Is there a movie?
There's a documentary, but I don't think there's a movie. No.
Oh, okay.
A documentary or like a documentary series, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she said that she wanted to heat Matisse's bottle, but her microwave was broken. So she put the bottle in a pot on the stove, and she forgot it on the stove, so it caught on fire. She said she tried to control
What? It's okay. So she didn't put it like in a pot with some water.
Yeah, she put the pot on the
Okay, so the water evaporated,
and
and
then
the thing caught on fire.
caught on fire. Yeah.
But wouldn't the thing just melt and then the milk would come out?
Well, it depends how long you let it for. Because, fun fact, I almost caught into a fire at some point because my roommate at the time was making beats.
Okay. Good old beats?
Yeah, good
Like
old beats.
music beats or the food beats?
The food
Okay.
beats. In a large ass pot with water. And I don't remember because I wasn't there at the moment. So I don't remember if she fell asleep or she just forgot about it. I think she might have fell asleep or whatever. But I came back home and the house was full of smoke and the water completely evaporated in the pot, and the bottom of the pot like collapsed, broke, like it was starting
melted?
to open.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, and it was like about to catch on fire. Like it was super bad, and I don't remember exactly what happened when I got in the house. I don't remember if she was awake, if like that whole part is I just remember like opening the windows and being happy that our apartment didn't catch on fire.
Why would you sleep for...
I say she slept. Maybe she wasn't sleeping. Maybe she just forgot. Honestly, I don't remember. That was a good while ago. I would say it was like back in 2011 or 2012 or something.
That's funny. I have a story.
2011, 2012, 2012, I think.
I don't know how old I was, but my mom, I think she was like trying to make tea on like the stove.
Okay.
And the water just kept evaporating. But my mom was on the phone. And I like kept telling my mom, like, your thing is like, you have no water. She's like, yeah. And then I just like go back and I fill it up with more water. And then I leave and I come back. The water's evaporated. And I go back to my mom. She's still on the phone. I think I remember just like taking it off the stove and just turning it off. Like, holy moly.
I mean, I laugh, but it's not funny. It's just funny the part where she's like, yeah, it's fine, but like there's no more water.
How do you forget, man? You're on the phone, like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
So back to to Mélanie there. So yeah, if you leave it too long and the water evaporates and the bottle melted or whatever, at some point it's the actual pot that's gonna break. And mind you, the pot that I had back then, like it was my pot.
So she melted your pot?
She melted my pot. And fun fact, now we have her pot because she gave me her pot. One of the pot we have is hers because she gave it to me.
So this roommate, have I met this roommate?
Never know.
No?
No.
Okay.
No, I told you that was back in 2012.
Oh, right.
I didn't even know you back then.
I was not even on this side of the country.
Well, there you go.
I was on the west side, the west coast.
Okay, Michael. Yeah, so and my pot had a thick bottom. So like what she's saying there could make sense. Now, when she saw that it caught on fire, she tried to extinguish the fire with a piece of cloth. Between you and me, yeah, between you and me, that's not really the way to extinguish a fire. Everybody knows that.
Throw some water at it?
Well, the best way, guys, okay, if you don't have that, is a fire extinguisher, okay? That's how you take out a fire. So Detective Smith continues to question her, and at some point he asked her a question. And I translated it, obviously, because everything is in French. Did you give something to your son so he doesn't suffer before he goes? Mélanie answers that she gave it to him, that she gave something to him in the morning at the same time as her. What she gave to him in his morning bottle was oxazepam. That's an antidepressant. But one of the side effects of that antidepressant is drowsiness. Because not all antidepressants have drowsiness.
Right.
Some do, some don't. Actually, I didn't even know some did have drowsiness. And Mélanie has a prescription for oxazepam. Also, there's an autopsy that was requested by Stéphane, Mathis' father, and that autopsy has revealed traces of oxazepam in his body. So, like, when he's interrogating her, he knows about that.
Right.
That's why he asked, did you give him something?
Okay.
And what is weird for Detective Smith is that during the interrogation, Mélanie says that the fire that just happened brought her back to the memory of her mother's house fire and that she wanted to stop the fire because her mother, Francine Lévesque's fire, was thought to be an accident. There was a cigarette that was left by the side of her bed, and that is what caused the house to catch on fire. And also, Francine was smoking a pack a day, so that makes sense. But that's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know a pack of how many, but yeah, probably a pack of 24. That's a lot of cigarettes. And she was in a wheelchair because of some health problems. So the coroner, remember that word?
Yeah.
Figured it would be totally possible that the fire caught and Francine was stuck inside the house. Like back in January 2001, that's what happened. The fire was supposed to be an accident back then. But let's go back to 2003. So a week after Mélanie was arrested, the cops are going back to the files of the fire of 2001 that happened in Saint-Jean-sur-le-Richelieu at Francine Lévesque's house. And as I said, the case was closed because they thought it was an accident. So the SQ brought back that case and they worked with the Saint-Jean Municipal Police because it was just an accident fire. So like you don't make a major case, you don't bring the provincial police for that when it's an accident, like case closed. So they were investigating the case some more. Okay, so back in 2001. January 31st, 2001 was a really cold day, as you can find in January. And it's funny because today is January 29th and it's snowing and it's
hella cold?
Yeah. So ain't surprising. Here in Quebec, it can get really cold. It can go down to minus 40 wherever you guys are listening from. So it was a really cold day. So probably around minus 30. I didn't go check the weather like René does in Sur la Piste du Crime. And now I'm really, really curious of knowing how much cold it was. Yeah, so it was like minus 15 Celsius. Yeah, so on that really cold day, Mélanie went to her mom's house and she started a fire in the fireplace because she wanted her mom to be warm. But she also started the wood oven, which was located in the basement of the house.
Okay, so hold on. I'm starting to think this lady, I forget the name in English, but she likes fire.
That I don't know. I don't know if she's pyroman.
Oh, yeah.
That I don't know.
Yeah, pyromaniac.
I mean, maybe she is, but I don't know. But like, I didn't find that information.
Well, it just sounds like it. She's like, okay, I don't know. Okay, continue. Maybe I'll have more to say in a little bit.
Yeah, so she started those fires just to make sure her mom wouldn't be cold. But like, I mean, one fireplace, and we're not in 1925. Like, there's electricity, and she probably had the heater on. So I don't know how cold that mom could have been. So that was kind of odd. So the SQ decided to compare the autopsies on Mathis and Francine. And Francine also had oxazepam in her body. the antidepressant. So if you want to know exactly what happened to Francine, trigger warning, then brace yourself. It is revealed that Francine crawled from her bed to the door to try to escape the fire. Mind you, she was in a wheelchair.
Damn.
So that's why she had to crawl. Like an older lady had to crawl to get out of her house. But obviously, she did not survive because I said it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's odd is that even though those two events happened 2 years apart, but the method is the same. It's two criminal fires. Two people drugged with the same drug, the oxazepam. But also, interestingly enough, Mélanie received $200,000 from the insurances after the fire at her mother's house. Oh, and also, she had a life insurance on her son. So, because of that, Mélanie will be judged for both crimes in the same trial.
So for the mom and for her own?
Yeah, for her son.
Mm-hmm.
So from her arrest to her trial, she's in detention. And she tries to get visits from her daughter. But like, she attempted murder on her daughter. And Mélanie also asked to receive her son's ashes so she can do whatever she wants with it.
Okay.
But like, would you give your son's ashes to the lady who probably killed him?
No.
I say so. Okay, so let's just dive a little bit in the psychology of Mélanie for a bit. So Gilles Chamberlain, a psychiatrist, says that Mélanie has antisocial traits.
Which means?
Now, I'm not saying like antisocial, like, oh, I don't want to see anyone tonight, or like I don't really like the company of people. I prefer my own company type dealio. Like that's more like introvert type behavior. But antisocial people has to do with someone who hasn't developed a sense of guilt. This person is the only one that counts and the others are just there. Like they don't count much. They also don't really get why they should follow the law. And interesting fact, when antisocial people go to therapy, they actually become a better antisocial person.
What? What does that mean? Better? They're better at not being social?
At being antisocial. It's like a narcissist. Like it's a diagnosis.
Right.
Antisocial. And like they become a better
Antisocial.
Yeah. Now, I'm not a psychiatrist, okay? So I maybe I'm not saying this properly. If I'm doing a shitty job, guys, please let me know. But like that's what I understood from Dr. Chamberlain there. Yeah, when they go to therapy, they learn what they should be doing in certain situation. Like, I don't know, like you rob at the store, like an antisocial person who robs a pack of gum is going to be like, whatever, I don't care. But they learn how they should feel. Or if they hurt someone's feeling, they're not going to feel anything. They're just going to be like, whatever, I don't care.
Right.
But then in therapy, they're going to learn like, oh, you should be feeling bad and like apologize
It
or
sounds
whatever.
like narcissism.
But I don't quote me on that, okay? I just said I'm not a psychiatrist, but I think it has like
It's like borderline.
but it's like it has similar
Traits.
Yeah,
Okay.
because like they're like the center of the world. It's just that I think narcissists.
Narcissists, they think they're the center of the world.
Yeah, but
They don't have empathy. It sounds like this lady doesn't have empathy.
no, she doesn't. But they have like emotions. Narcissists.
Do they now?
I think so. That's what makes them like work through their ego or whatever to get what they want.
Oh, right.
Whereas like an antisocial doesn't have emotion, guilt, whatever. They're just like they don't care, and they're the only one who counts. Anyway, yeah, don't quote me on that. they go to therapy. That's when they learn what you're supposed to say in certain situation, rather than like someone who doesn't have that diagnosis who just feels bad when they do something wrong. So that is because as I said earlier, the case was like super mediatized. So this explains why Mélanie was showing herself a lot in the media, because she was showing that she was devastated from the passing of her son. She wanted to look like she was really, really sad, so people take her into pity, or they're sad for her and they're like, "Oh my God, poor mom, she lost her son." Blah blah blah. And she was like in the media, she was crying. Like you can see those videos. She was showing herself in the media crying and devastated by the passing of her son. She was saying that she would never have killed her son, that she would have never been able to do that. So she was acting in a way that she was the victim of all of that. Like, cause that's another thing that antisocial people do. They place themselves in as the victim all the time, because that way people would believe her and would never suspect that she was the one who did it.
Right.
So basically, her ability to feign great grief in front of the media is basically, uh, as experts described it during her trial, is a textbook example of antisocial behavior. Okay, so let's go to the trial. It started October 3rd, 2004.
The justice system at work.
So the trial happens in Longueuil because, as I said many, many times, this was too mediatized. So often when it's too mediatized, they take it elsewhere.
Right.
So yeah, talking about the media, Stéphane talks to the media outside of the courthouse, the dad, and he's saying that he got his daughter's custody just the day after the fire.
Right. So the child protection people came and...
Well, I guess. I don't know that part.
Okay.
Sorry. The trial is held in front of a jury composed of 5 men and 7 women. France Charbonneau is the judge, and Mélanie will testify at her own trial, which is not always the case for people who are accused of murder. So it's not always the case that someone who's accused will testify, but she testifies, and she testifies for 7 days. During her trial, Mélanie and her defense team tried to shift the blame to others, so including her brother and Stéphane, the father. Basically, Mélanie was in a conflict with everybody around her family, her landlord, her employers, neighbors.
So, hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but at the beginning you said that the boyfriend had a criminal record.
Yeah, I just said that because the dad didn't want them to
be together.
But like,
that's so funny.
Like maybe that guy had like a bad past, but like I don't think it was like a bad criminal record.
Right. You think he just like stole a pack of gum at the store?
Well, maybe something more than that. I mean, I don't know. You can get a criminal record for like drinking, driving.
Right.
Or like, you can get a criminal record for so many things.
Right.
Probably.
I couldn't tell you.
You don't have one.
No.
Yes, I know. I'm aware.
I won't go into detail.
Thank you. So Mélanie is just blaming everyone. She's saying that she was sexually abused when she was younger. She says that her father was an alcoholic, that her ex-spouse, Stéphane, was hitting her, and it's his fault that Mathis died. It's not her fault. She says that it's her brother, François, who actually drugged their mom. But François' pharmacist was called to testify during the trial, and he says that his client, François, had no prescription for oxazepam. The only one who had a prescription for it was Mélanie.
This is one crazy story.
Mélanie is accused of 5 things. Premeditated? Yeah, murder, murder attempt, and criminal fires.
Right.
Okay. So Yeah, she's just trying to put the blame on everybody else. During the trial, Francois speaks to the media and he says that his sister is really dangerous, that she's saying a bunch of lies, that she's above the law, like nothing can stop her. And like it must have been really, really hurtful for him to hear your sister say that you're the one who drugged and killed your mom, basically. Like it must have been horrible. But all the elements Mélanie and her lawyers are bringing up about the people around her were rejected by Judge Charbonneau because they have no baseline.
Evidence?
Yeah, it's just like words, you know. There's no proof of all these things she's saying.
Oh,
There's no proof.
right.
There's no evidence of that. She's just like
Spewing out BS.
yeah. So, during the trial, Judge Charbonneau asked Mélanie the question, why? Why'd hurt and kill your son? I translated this, obviously. Mélanie said that it was the only way to get to his father, Stéphane, Mathis' father. The only way to get to him was to kill his son.
What?
Everybody in the courtroom was in a state of shock. You killed your kid to get to your ex-spouse? Like that's something. So the trial lasted for 3 months. 60 experts and witnesses testified.
Wow.
Yeah.
3 months?
Yeah. The jury debated for 4 days and a half before taking a decision. Because you know how it works? It's the jury that
Decides
if the person is guilty or not. And then the judge is the one giving the consequences.
Right.
So, yeah. What do you think is the verdict that the jury decided? Guilty or not guilty?
Oh, man. You're putting it in the ball in my corner. I'm going to say she's guilty.
Yes. Yes, she's guilty. On December 2005, the jury declares Mélanie Alix guilty on all 5 counts. Attempted murder, premeditated murder, premeditated murder on
premeditated. Meditate. Premeditate.
That's like Libertadores.
Yes.
Premeditated murder on her son, premeditated murder on her mom, murder attempt on her daughter, and 2 criminal fires.
Right.
So in December 2005, the jury declares her guilty on all 5 counts. And Judge Charbonneau condemns Mélanie Alix to life imprisonment with no possibility of parole for 25 years. In Canada, if you don't know, a life sentence means you're eligible for parole after 25 years, unless you're convicted of multiple murder, like Mélanie. So when you're sentenced to life, you're not necessarily sentenced to life. You're sentenced for like 25 years, and then you're eligible for parole, which you might or might not get. So you can be in prison your whole life if your parole requests are denied.
Well, I think she deserves to be in there for life.
Well, at that moment when she's judged there back in 2005, she's supposed to be in prison until 2028, which is in 3 years. But recent news back in September says that Mélanie Alix will be eligible for unescorted outings and day parole.
What?
Unescorted outings.
So no one's following her?
Yes. And day parole as of May 16, 2025. That's in 5 months. But she will have to wait for May 16, 2028 to have access to full parole. Now, as of May 16, 2025, in 5 months from now, she can request for unescorted outings and day parole. She'll be eligible.
Okay, so let's say she asks.
Yeah.
Like, are they going to say no?
Bang, they can say no, but they can say yes too, because they look at the record, they look at the behavior in prison, and then they assess, is this person dangerous for society or not?
I think she is.
Bang. I mean, the thing is that, like, here in Canada, we believe that people can change, when they're in prison, they can evolve and change. And, like, that's the whole point, like, rehabilitation. But, like, do you think someone like her can be rehabilitated?
I don't know, but I don't know this person's name, but I think it was like last year at some point. They were at like a high level of security and then they went to the next level down.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember politicians going,
Is it Paul Bernardo?
sure.
Because I think he's the one who has been downgraded last year.
Yeah. And I remember, yeah, our politicians were upset.
Yeah, because he's super dangerous too.
Yeah. That would be a whole other episode.
Sure, if you want us to cover Paul Bernardo's case, let us know and we'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
But
don't let us know. We're just going to do it.
Oh, okay. But if you don't want us to do it, tell us.
We'll do it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So she's eligible for unescorted outings and day parole as of 2025, but she will have to wait for May 16, 2028 to have access to full parole.
Okay.
So, like, is she going to get it? We don't know. So we'll update you guys as soon as we know more information. Is she getting any outings or not? And let's be real here. I really wanted to do this case because to me, it fascinates me. How the hell, I don't have kids, but how the hell do you kill your own baby? I've worked in a birthing house for like 2 years. And babies are so small and they're so vulnerable. Like they're so innocent and so freaking cute and they smell good. They smell like little baby. Like, I don't know, they have this little smell. I know everybody who's a parent here is going to be like, yeah, I know exactly the smell you're talking about. Like, they're just so like fragile and cute and like, how can you kill your own child? Like, you birthed your child. Because, like, you and me were, like, over analyzing the fact of having kids, We're, like, thinking about it very thoroughly. Like, should we or should we not? Like, to the point of, like, it's a little too much. But, like, some people go into, like, having kids, like, it's just they're buying butter at the grocery store,
Right.
Like, it's
just easy for them.
Yeah. So, I don't know if, like, some people don't think it...
Oh, think it through?
Yeah.
They don't think it's like a big deal?
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's a big deal.
Yeah, I think it's a big deal too. You put that human being on earth. You got to make something out of that kid and you have to be there to support them for the rest of your life. In my opinion, when you give birth to a kid or like you have kids, whatever, if you adopt them, the kid, if you adopt that person or whatever, like when you decide to be responsible for a kid, I feel like you're responsible for that kid forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like that kid can be 45 and you're still responsible. Like, I'm not saying that you need to like give him money for like his groceries, but I'm just saying like,
just be there.
Just be there if they have like questions about God knows what. Like, I feel like as a parent, you should be there for their whole life. That's how my parents raised me. Like, they're always there and they say they will always be there for me if I have any kind of questions. So if I become a parent, I feel like to me it's like, it's a big, big, big deal. It's like big. It's major. Like, you're responsible of this little life forever until you're not there anymore. So it's a big deal. Anyway. What I was saying is that often, like, I've heard that dads start to get really attached to the kid. Like, they love the kid, but, like, they really start to develop, like, a relationship with the kid when he starts talking because now he can understand. Because, like, the mom, I think, has, like, the basic instinct of, like, feeding the baby and...
Right.
Whatever. But, like, I'm saying that, but, like, if it's, like, two guys, couple, they can... most likely take care of the kid like there's no problem, or like two girls have a baby together. They can most likely take care of the kid like no problem. I'm just saying that in certain case that can happen, and that brings me to say that like I feel like a guy killing his kid is less crazy than a mom killing her kid.
Mm-hmm. I hear
But
you.
I'm not saying it's not crazy. Like we're talking like a millimeter difference between the two, you know? So yeah, I can't wrap my brain around that. And I also cannot wrap my brain around killing your mom. Because like for me, my parents are like the most precious people in the world. Like I will always protect them. I want them to be safe. Like don't you dare touch my parents. Like they got to be safe. Like I want to make sure that they're okay all the time. Like they're so precious, and like my mom is like this like super precious person, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, that reminds me of that story from a few days ago. It was in the news. You sent it to me on Instagram. The son killing his mom.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's really him who killed, but yeah, we might cover this case when we have more information, if enough information is. But there's this 42-year-old person, lady who has been killed in LaSalle, and her 21-year-old son was arrested. Now I don't know more. Like, did he do it? Did he not? But I guess he's the suspect.
Right.
But to me, that blows my mind. Like,
Killing your
also,
own parents and family members.
yeah, and also like how disrespectful. Like these people brought you to the world. They have taken care of you when you were the most innocent and you couldn't take care of your own self. They fed you, they dressed you, they gave you shelter, and you have the guts to kill them? Like that makes no sense to me. Like how ungrateful are you,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion?
Well, I think I have a story. Maybe this could be a future episode, but it's yeah, I won't spoil it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll make a mental note and I'll do the episode.
Okay. You're
It's a
intriguing me.
it's a family episode.
Oh God.
I think. I don't know. I don't remember too much. But I don't want to spoil too much. So yeah.
Oh. Is it a father?
Nope.
Oh.
I'll look into it. I don't know if it's true or not. It most likely is, but I'll have to look into it. I'll keep you posted.
Okay. Sounds good. So yeah, that was the case of Mélanie Alix. I don't know if you guys knew it. I know it was really mediatized. Mediatized?
Mediatized?
Holy moly, that's a hard one. That yeah, in the early 2000s it was really mediatized. And back then we didn't have social media. You know, like the news on the television was, or the radio was pretty much like the only news outlet we have.
Mm-hmm.
And like I feel like that was all that was circulating at that time, but it's really, really faint in my memory because as I was saying, I was not watching much the news. And this is another thing my best friend's gonna say, that yeah, you didn't watch the news when we were teenagers, because she approved the fact that I say that it's always a 5-minute walk, and she had examples for it. Anyway,
Well, I didn't watch much of the news either. I think I was too busy chasing the ladies.
okay, there, lover boy. I don't know. I was just busy doing my teenager life,
Yeah, exactly.
listening to music or whatever. So, yeah, it's a really, really fascinating case for me. Like, how can you do it? And it's also extremely sad, extremely tragic, and extremely horrible. Because, like, was that baby asleep when he passed?
Man, I feel bad for that kid.
It's terrible. And oh, I'll show you photos of that kid. What a beautiful little baby.
So what's the deal with the dad? Like, what's going on with, like, as of today with the dad?
I think he's, well, if she was 3 years old in 2003, that means she was born in 2000. Therefore, that kid is
In the
going on
20s.
20, yeah, going on 25 this year or something. So, like, she probably doesn't live with her dad anymore. But I don't have any,
Oh, there's no like
I don't
family
have any,
update.
no. Like, he is in the documentary series Elles, tuées on Crave. You can see him, but I don't know exactly when that was
Oh,
shot.
shot.
Yeah. But, like, you can see it affected him a lot. Like, your 1-year-old son just died in a fire. That's pretty horrible.
The lady, the mom,
Mm-hmm.
the dad, her dad didn't want them to date.
Yeah.
That's just so funny to me. Well, it's not funny, but it's just like the dad's like, "Oh, be careful with this guy," but really,
Yeah, she was the
it's
problem.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, that's kind of
Ironic.
odd. Yeah, ironic is the word. Like, she's the one who was,
Cuckoo.
well, I would have said dangerous, but
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
That's one horrible story.
Mm-hmm.
Those people didn't deserve to die. And, like, the mom, too.
Yeah.
Like, what a terrible way to go.
Crawling out of the bedroom.
Yeah. And then I don't know at what point she died, but
I'm guessing the wheelchair wasn't close by.
I guess. I don't know.
So
Yeah. That was my episode for this week. Let us know if you liked it. If you heard of it before or not. Leave us a comments on Instagram, on Facebook. You can leave us comments directly in Spotify if you want on the episode. We have none yet.
huh? Oh, on Spotify.
Spotify, we have
Yeah,
no
I'm
comments.
checking all the time.
Leave us a comment if you want. Leave us a review too. That really helps get us higher in the ranking. A 5-star review would be really appreciated. But I mean, vote with your heart, you know. But just
Oh, and also tell your friends.
yeah,
Try to. The more you push them, the more likely we'll succeed.
yeah.
I don't know.
Just talk about us. If you like us, tell your friend, your family, your coworkers, your boss. Yeah, and you can always give us a DM on Instagram or on Facebook, or even on TikTok if that's your outlet. So thank you for listening. It's always a blast. And we now have a new metric on our platform. So we see that we actually have listeners. Honestly, I thought we would have like 10 people listening. And in those 10 people, I count like some of my friends and family, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that I know are listening. But I thought we would have like 10 people. But it seems like you guys are way more than that. So that's really cool.
We're growing slowly.
Yeah. But we really like doing that. Honestly, we're just two curious people, and we're just like, we love to like dive deep in stories and figure out what the hell happened. And like, I am personally obsessed with true crime. Like, now that we have our podcast, like I do it also, but like I listen to a bunch of podcasts. And I mentioned Sur la piste du crime, but if you want to know my favorite podcasts, they're all in French. But there's Crime Glacé and there's Crime de Bin and Sur la piste du crime. So they're my favorite ones if you want to give them a listen.
I don't have any true crime podcasts. I can recommend some video game ones. Anywho.
Yeah. If you're listening to us, you want to do a collab, let us know. We're down to it for everything. We're just two little happy campers doing our little podcast. So, and talking to René and Mireille from Sur la piste du crime really helped us. So, yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for listening. And in 2 weeks, it's going to be Michael who's going to do a story. I can't wait to know what he's going to do because I have no idea. And I'm really excited to know what the hell he's going to do. And I don't know if we're going to hear some Spanish again or not. But yeah, thank you for listening and see you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.